Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts.
Hey guys, James the Chart Guys. It's Tuesday, June 19th. Going to do my nightly video on gold. So let's start with the longer term charts here on the starting with the weekly here. So weekly at this point, gold has shown some weakness after this little bit of consolidation on this dump here. We've hit a new low on the weekly, and breaking last week's low is showing continuation of this inside candle, high and low within the previous ranges, high and lows, bear break here. So what bulls are going to have to do to change this chart on the weekly is they're going to have to get back above this 1313 level. And on any pullback, they're going to have to form a higher low above 1272.60 to really prove themselves on their longer term at this point. I'm going to look at the monthly chart here, which I haven't looked at in a while. So a monthly chart, we still do have higher lows here. We have the low here, higher low, higher low, higher low. And so really long term on the monthly, anything above 1238.30 would be another higher low on the gold monthly chart. But I'm going to be focused more on the shorter term weekly and within the weekly chart time frame. So the first resistance to be watching for on the weekly is going to be that 1313 level after the 1300 psychological. Looking at the daily here. So looking at the daily, our gold is close to that 30 RSI, so we could see some consolidation bouncing around here. We did have an inside candle bear break, but a little bit upper wick and lower wick showing me a little bit of indecision, a little bit closer to the lower wick on the, it's closer to the lower wick on the close. So just looking for continuation by breaking the low of today of 1272.60 on daily. No reversal candle yet. Still waiting patiently, and you can see this volume on this bear break was significant, increasing bear volume on a big red candle. So keep that in mind on the daily and inside the daily time frames here. On the daily, the resistance to be watching is the same resistance I'm watching on the weekly here. It's going to be 1313, but if you're looking for a short-term trade, maybe a little bit of consolidation bounce here, look for the high of today of 1286.80 resistance, and for the bears for continuation, look for 1272.60 support. Looking at the hourly here, zoom in here. Looking at the hourly on gold here, we had oversold conditions, had a bounce play out a little bit, pretty weak bounce here. Had a little bit more of a bounce. We did break the high of this oversold bounce here by breaking above 1284.90, but not much follow through there. And then breaking this support here was a big red flag at 1279.50, and then of course breaking the must hold here at 1277.90. And we hit oversold conditions again, and we're getting another oversold bounce. And look for something similar to this. And for it to be more than an oversold bounce at this point, I'm gonna have to have the bulls. I'm gonna be wanting the bulls to break this level here of 1286.80 on this hourly. That would be my minimum to show me that this is more of a serious bounce than just a short-term oversold bounce as it consolidates and cools off the RSI like it did back here. We did have a bullish reversal candle here, have some little bit of follow through, but not significant enough. And so the first resistance you can be looking at for a quick day trade, if this resistance holds overnight, is going to be at 1279.90, and of course the must hold support down here at 1272.60. Going to the miners. Actually, I want to see silver chart. I haven't checked the silver chart in a few days. Start with the monthly. So silver monthly is getting extremely tight here as well. Let me remove some of these lines. So we had this all-out dump, a little bit of a bounce. We set this high of the bounce. We have a low, lower high, higher low, lower high, and continue to form lower highs so far. And so the resistance to be watching on this monthly play out is going to be this high here at 17,705, and then the low here at 15.635 continuation for the bears. And I've been eyeing this silver chart for a while in this area here. So I'm going to continue to watch it. It's going to take, obviously because of the monthly chart, it's going to take some time to play out, but something worth keeping an eye on for those who are longer term investors. looking at, let's go to the miners. Start with the senior miners. Let's start with the weekly first, see if I see anything. So weekly, the one thing I'm noticing here is a little bit of a bounce play out here, and now we're setting lower highs on this weekly, and we're forming lower lows. And so the first goal of the bulls is to break the high of last week here at 22.67. If we break 22.67, the next resistance longer term is 23.06. So forming these lower highs, for me, I'd like to see a minimum of the 22.67 break on the weekly to show me that this trend is changing and that we may be back to forming higher highs and higher lows on the weekly on GDX. Looking at the daily. At a gap, at an inside candle, and continued weakness today on the break of that inside candle and breaking the low of the previous low of the mother candle low here. So same thing for continuation. You're going to look for a break of the low today of 22.02, and for potential bounce play here, we're going to be looking at the high of today of 22.23. That's going to be the first test on the senior miners, and then of course see if we can get into that gap fill territory by getting above 22.39. See where we stand on the hourly. It's just an oversold bounce that played out, that gap down, not oversold yet, and so again, we are ending the day with a bullish reversal candle. On this bullish reversal candle, you need to see volume come in tomorrow first thing in the morning and break this first resistance here, which is that high of the day today at 22.23. Looking at GDXJ. GDXJ, same thing. We were able to hold the low of pre-market here. We'll see if we can form a higher low here and higher high by breaking above 32.62. Again, this would just be trades. We did break into the gap fill territory on it, but not much follow through. So need to be a little wary, and I really wouldn't do much more than day trading at this point on any of the miners here. Again, just a reminder, I'm going to keep reminding everyone until just to keep an eye on this pattern that's forming on the monthly longer term, this tightening pattern. Look how tight, especially the junior miners are getting with this high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, lower high pattern, and it's continuing to tighten and tighten here. We have an inside. Do we have an inside high? I think I said we did. Yeah, so we have an inside candle on the monthly here. So far, just another inside monthly candle. We're going to get tighter and tighter here, and so hopefully we'll get a break in the next month or two on this tightening pattern of GDXJ, and we'll have a direction to play a longer term. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow.